Hi everyone, my name is Jess and I am a thriftaholic. Today, a little bit of different setup, and of course my neighbor decides to mow, but I'm just gonna roll with it. So I have a haul. I went to a doctor's appointment, so I had to stop at a thrift because it was in a city and I'm from a rural area, so I always love to stop and see what they got. And let me just say, if you like to sell blankets or if you want to know more about like things that I pick up, this is it, because I found some nice pieces, some vintage blankets that we'll go over in just 1 second. So I mainly went to the thrift store because I thought they had a dollar sale. So the clothing that I will get to later, I thought was all $1 till I went to check out and realized it was actually half off. I still ended up picking everything up because I can still make a profit, but not as much of a margin. So without further ado, let's get started with a great blanket. All right, so somebody donated a bunch of like dead stock linens from the 70s, I believe, and the tag came off of this, but it was $6 is what I paid, and it's a Sears coverlet, springtime Priscilla's. So I don't know if you could see the pattern right there, and I don't know what my lighting is going to be like, but it is floral with butterflies. These locusts are going crazy. Great. Let's see if there's a size. 94 by 81. Is that full size, I think? They show 2 pillows on it, so I think so. So it's Sears, Roebuck & Co., Chicago. Pretty nice. That'd be awesome if I had the matching curtains, but I don't know what I'll price that at. Probably 80 to 100. I will check and see if there's, but like I said, all these like vintage linens, I just kind of price with previous listings that I've done before. All right, I have previously discussed of like 90s made in USA tapestry throw blankets. So you always just look for this fringe, and I typically only stick with ones that are branded, that say made in USA, or that have these tags on them still. A lot of times these are more like stickers, and so they will come off sometimes in the wash. But this one is Mohawk Rug and Textiles, and right here it does say made in USA. Now it's important to note, there's one snag on this blanket, but I can fix it with a little tool of mine. It takes like 1 second, but it depends what's on the blanket. I do well with animals, nature scenes, religious, farmer like barns, and spiritual scenes, also seasonal. I stay away from local church blankets, like a college sport. Okay, this has beautiful running horses, and it is thinner. Typically these feel a little bit thicker, so this is more of a lightweight blanket, but again, it's made in the US. I paid about $5 for this one, and I'll probably list it for about $50. The next one is rather heavy. I loved the colors. It's a navy blue and orange, and it has a fringe edge. This feels like I paid $6 for this one, and I was just like throwing all these in my car. I probably look like a mad woman, but the store was like hardly anybody in there. I do not, there's no wool in it. It's not itchy. It feels like it's substantial, like maybe a wool blend, but it does show a wash wear, and maybe I can find out the brand online by doing a Google Lens search, but unfortunately there is no tag. But this is a heavy blanket, and you may ask, like, how do I know it's vintage? Things were just made different back then. That's all I can say. They were just made different. Okay, this piece, I've only found one satin blanket before. This is a comforter for a crib, and it is a yellow. Well, I guess it's reversible two-toned, but this is a really pretty yellow. I haven't even looked at these very close, but I did open them up to make sure there weren't like holes or any significant staining, but really pretty. This is like a champagne color, and this is a light yellow, and it's on a paper tag. It says all new material consisting of lamb's wool. So I'm guessing it's wool filled. And it's sold by, it's made by Newark Comfort Co. out of New Jersey. I have another one of these that is from like the 1920s that I have listed for about $125, and I do have watchers on it. Has been for sale for about 6 months, has not sold. This one obviously is more like probably from the, I don't even know what decade, I'll have to do some research, 60s to 80s. And I'm guessing this will fetch me more like 50. Alright, baby blankets. I debated on this one because there is pet hair on it, and with this fabric it's almost impossible. But I'm going to buy, let me know in the comments if you guys have done this before. Bless me, our whole family has a cold. Do you see all that? It's pretty bad. It's like black hair on white fleece. But they make dryer sheets that catch pet hair. One of the name brands, like Gain or one of them, so I was going to buy those and try it. Because we have cats, and we don't, like, they don't lay on their clothes or anything, so we don't have an issue with that. But I figured for reselling it would just make sense. So as you can see, it's a satin trim blanket with bunnies, pastel, probably from the 70s. Let me look at the tag. Yeah, by Stitching. And oh great, it's Chatham. Chatham was very popular then, so I paid $2.50 for this. And yeah, it has pilling from washwear, but I'm sorry, it's not a satin trim. This is like nylon binding. I think this should do rather well. I will look and see. Sorry, our cat's been missing today, and just wondering where she's at. Okay, this one I do not know. I cannot verify if it is vintage. I paid about $5 for it, but it's a crocheted 3D floral open knit blanket, fringe edge. I do well selling these. I haven't found one that's like open knit like this before, but it's really pretty, very boho, and it's a decent size too. It's rectangular shaped, and it looks to be in great condition. I'll sell these even if there is like loose knitting or a hole or something, because it's really easy to repair. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is vintage, guys. Check this out. This is neat. I didn't see this in the store. See the stitching? That is really cool. So anyways, nice to rehome that. And then I think this is my last linen piece, and then we'll get on to the apparel, and I have shoes too. Of course, this is a pretty common blanket. I do love the color. It's like a mustard yellow, which is perfect for fall, so I think I should get this listed rather soon. This feels like it's never been washed. Typically when you wash this, it gets pilly. I don't think this has actually even been used. There's a hair on it, unfortunately. But there is the tag. It's very crisp. Fiber woven, Chatham. Again, this one, nylon binding. And I don't know the size on it. And I'm not going to unfold it at the moment because I'm outside. But those are the blankets. If you're interested at all in learning like the niche of what to specifically look for or things that have sold well for me before, I will put in the description below the blanket video I did, because I make thousands of dollars each year selling blankets, and anybody can do it. I'm from a very small town, and you just look in the linen section. It's easily overlooked by other resellers. And I have only really gotten into blankets within like the last year, thanks to the Katie and Vicky YouTube channel. Vicky shares all of like her hauls, and so does Katie, but Vicky sells a lot of vintage linens, home goods, clothing, etc. And she has given us like tips and tricks of what to look for. So, all right, let's go to some Christian Dior. Yeah, Dior. I do well selling vintage Christian Dior, and I haven't found it but maybe 5 or 6 times. And this is nothing to brag about, but here's a Christian Dior white satin pajama top. But I think this could easily be worn as like a blouse. It does have front patch pockets right here that make it more of a nightgown, but I could totally see someone wearing this as a shirt, and it has this really cool geometric pattern, and the tag is faded, but it feels like a polyester. So even though it's Dior, I'll have to, like, I don't know what comps will be, but probably not what you think. Probably not as high as you think. And this is absolutely adorable. This is a women's Matilda Jane. Now, I paid $2.50 for this. I wouldn't pay much more than that because this will probably only sell for like $25, $30, depending on the style and how recent it is. It's a really cute knee-length dress. It's got like an oversized fit and smocked, like gathered sleeves. So yeah, this is like a shift dress, really cute. So Emmy is having so much fun touching all these clothes. Aren't you? You know, it's near the end of the shopping trip when you got to get them out of the cart, so. But it's also nap time, isn't it? This one, okay, guys, my baby, she was great, but it was her nap time. So like the last 5 minutes, she was crying. When I was in the checkout, I was holding her and like bouncing her on my hip, and she just was not having it. So yeah, that's that. But so I didn't check comps like I should have. But here is a brand, I have no idea, it could be worth nothing, but based off the style of the tag, I was thinking maybe this is like 90s. It does feel very well constructed, and it's like a mod style, like a 50s, 60s style dress. I also live by train tracks if you're a new viewer, but look at the where are the buttons? Do you see that? It felt like quality. It is lined. So I went ahead and picked it up. It could be nothing. I will note one of the belt loops became unattached and it's missing the original sash, but I can just put one in. So right here it was, but that's seriously like 3 stitches and it will take me 5 minutes. So I will look that up, and as usual, I will put any information that I can find up in the corner to help you guys and help myself. This was a total style pickup. I haven't heard of this brand, True Craft, but I got it because it's a 1X. So I sell plus size clothing like within 30 days of listing. How adorable is this tiered sleeveless dress? It's got plaid, it's got floral, it's like a red and a teal. Really cute, very lightweight. It feels like a cotton blend. It's got a raw hem, frayed hem, whatever you're gonna call that. This is, yeah, 55% cotton, 45% viscose. It's a 1X, but it may be like a junior's 1X or like more like an extra large because it doesn't look to be like a 1X. All right, this piece is a solid staple. Bread and butter brand for me, Talbot's. I try to only pick up the more substantial pieces like jackets or coats or blazers. And this is an 8 petite, but I sell petites pretty well, or a dress. I guess that's more of a substantial piece. I've got a faux leather trim, and it's just a nice career dress. It's like a tweed as well, which is also sells well for me. Oh, it has the pockets too. That's really cute. And they're still stitched shut. I can't decide if I'll sell that myself or if I'll send that into ThredUp. Have Sundance. I've only found a few Sundance pieces before. This is an extra small. It's a catalog brand. I like the little knit. You do need to wear a slip under this as due to the open knit, but just a basic cream colored sleeveless sweater dress. And then this, I should have checked comps. I checked comps later, right? And they're selling for like $15. So I paid $2.50 for these onesie athletic leggings. If they're my size, I'd probably just keep them, but they look very small. It says LL, medium large, but guys, they look very small. Maybe they just really stretch. So I will try these on because I paid, gosh, they do like fit like a, there's not much stretch to those. So I'll probably be selling those. Again, I paid $2.50, so even if I can sell them for 20, I'll be okay. These I got, I didn't even check comps because I'm going to keep these, but these are vintage, made in the USA, baby bibs. So I have so many baby bibs. I've got the cute little handkerchief ones that look more like a fashion bib. I actually don't like those. Those are like the new style because it doesn't do it, and my kids have no neck, and so they're really hard to put on my babies. I prefer the old school. It looks like a hand towel, but it's got the neck cut out. I found dead stock of these, and they were 49 cents a piece. Two of them I asked when I went to check out, because two of them, they're all the same, right? But two of them were $1.49, and I'm like, can I get these? Like, I asked her, and she told me something about my baby was crying. I didn't hear her. I'm like, whatever. But of course I'm gonna check comps, because if these are worth something, I will sell, but I don't think they will be. So those will most likely be for personal use. Okay, we're getting near the end. I've only got a few items left. I knew that wasn't all of my haul. Okay, so I got some Old Navy bicycle shorts for myself. Can't go wrong with bicycle shorts. These items are just bread and butter, but again, all the clothing was half off. So here we have a J. Jill extra small. I love this. I'm very picky with J. Jill. It needs to be like linen, silk, cashmere, wool. But the embroidery on this, total Johnny Was vibes. How gorgeous is this? It seems like a newer piece. Again, I didn't check the year. It's got like a little tassel tie. Feels like rayon. Viscose, 100% viscose. And let's see if it has a year on it. No, it does not. But hopefully I could find a stock photo, because this is gorgeous. I'm not sure what tops were. I'll put in the corner because I'll look at my receipt later. And I almost never pick up Chico's unless it's vintage, and it's a really cool style. But this navy blue jacket is amazing. It's like military style. So cool. It's a newer Chico's tag. I think it was $2.50. I think I got these Eddie Bauer pants for me. Eddie Bauer is quality, and they're just like I love these casual, like elastic waist pocket capris. They're popular like when I was in college, and I think they had to come back, but I don't really care. Now I got this. It is a swim cover, and they charged me as a dress. It was still only $2.50, and it's just the brand Jansen, but it's beaded, and it's black and sheer, and it is beautiful. So yeah, I had to get it. No snags. I didn't notice any loose beading. And then these guys, I'm stumped. The quality feels nice. I did not, and I know I've heard people say that these 3 lines can mean something, like it's a logo for a brand. Please put in the comments. Okay, it says you can trust quality, and then look, it's on the back here. So that's why I'm like, okay, at that point when I was shopping, I thought they were $1. I still only paid $2.50, but I don't know what it is. Worker at this thrift store held up this tote, or this container, and this is new with tags. Right here, it's probably just from like, you know, nothing fancy, Easy Home, wherever Easy Home sold. Could be from like Dollar General or something, but the quality is really nice. It's got a metal frame. It's this really pretty like teal, or no, it's not teal to me. It's more like a seafoam green, which is one of my favorite colors. And she's like, oh, this is only $1.99. She's like, I don't need it. And I was like, hey, I'll take it then. It's a good size. I mean, look at that. So here are some of the items that I got. They're shoes. were $5, if not marked. And of course, I had to get my Clarks. These chunkier style, like newer styles, I mark for $70 to $80 on ThredUp. I've told you guys so many times before, but they sell and I get paid out like $35. So I will send these into ThredUp. I got these for their sandals. Their summer shoes were 99 cents. So I could have gone crazy, but I did hold back because, as you know, I have a huge money pile at home that I need to go through. So this is Kelly & Katie. I think it's just a boutique brand, but really cute. I love the colors. Just a nice slide with a tech heel. And then these are some really cute, just trying to see if they're suede. No, they're like micro suede, like a faux suede. Little Dorset, I think this is Dorset styled flats, J. Crew. I just noticed it's got the diamonds, which means factory. But I'll probably just send these into ThredUp. And this piece, guys, to end it off with a little bang, if you appreciate vintage belts, this one is so cool. And I don't actually know that it's vintage the way it's stamped. I'm not sure. I'll have to do a little bit of research. But this, we have a Native American nature scene with horses. It is just absolutely gorgeous. They're hunting. I mean, it's very intricate. Do you see the beauty in this? This is absolutely gorgeous. It is leather. It has a silver toned buckle. Now, the metal does not feel very substantial. That's why I don't know that it's vintage, because it looks modern to me. And it is stamped, hand finished, genuine leather, Texas leather, made in USA. It's a size 34. There is like texture to the leather. I think just because of that's how it was made. But it is just gorgeous. Again, like, check that out. I just love it. So I'm not sure what I'll list it at least for $30, if not higher. Again, I will check comps because I don't want to price it too high. Like, I need to sell it. But if I recall, belts were $3.99. I don't have my receipt in front of me, and I'm not sure if belts were included in the half off sale or not, but it was still totally worth $4. But that's all I had for my haul today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I spent a total of $70. Oh wait. I hope you enjoyed my haul. There is my overflowing cart with the baby that you can barely see. Have a great day.